Women our age were raised inside a story that says aging is a problem to be managed. Fight it, prevent it, correct it. We're surrounded by messages and suggestions that aging is a personal failure we should be able to prevent if we buy the right products early enough. The language used to sell those products is revealing. We're told to fight wrinkles, reverse aging, repair damage, restore usefulness, correct imperfections, and prevent future signs of aging. Those phrases make normal changes in our faces sound like evidence that we have neglected ourselves instead of seeing a woman who has lived, worked, raised children, survived difficult seasons, laughed, worried, and grown. We're encouraged to see a collection of problems that require another purchase. Hi, I'm Michelle, and on my channel we talk about creating a peaceful, confident life after 50, especially if you're living alone, traveling solo, or navigating retirement. My personal care routine is another area where I simplified my spending that allowed me to retire early. Along with driving an older, paid-for car, living in a one-bedroom apartment, buying second-hand furniture and decor, and buying many of my clothes second-hand, has saved me a considerable amount of money. My personal care routine consists of a shampoo bar, I make my own lotion, and my makeup generally consists of tinted sunscreen, tinted lip balm, and mascara. There's also affordable lotions with only a few ingredients available for anyone that doesn't want to make their own lotion. I'm not saying you have to make your own products. I'm just saying I don't have a complicated skincare routine, and I don't buy expensive creams, specialty eye treatments, or anti-aging serums, masks, or products designed for every individual section of my face. That may sound like a very small financial decision, especially compared with housing, transportation, or investing. But small recurring expenses have a way of becoming large expenses when we repeat them for decades. More importantly, simplifying this part of my life helped me recognize how much money women are encouraged to spend because we've been taught to fear the reflection in the mirror. This is not a criticism of women who love skincare or makeup. We all spend money on things that bring us true pleasure. And there's nothing wrong with buying products that you enjoy when it fits comfortably into your budget. I still use products that serve a purpose for me, especially sunscreen, and I care about my health and my appearance. What changed was that I stopped believing that I needed to participate in a never-ending attempt to prevent myself from aging. The beauty industry has become very skilled at selling dissatisfaction in the form of self-care. The message is rarely that one basic product is enough. We're told that we need a cleanser to prepare our skin, a toner to balance it, and a serum to treat it, and an eye cream for one area, a neck cream for the neck, and a moisturizer to seal everything in, and a separate routine for the evening. Once we have purchased all of that, a new ingredient begins appearing everywhere, and suddenly the routine we spent months building is no longer considered complete. Social media intensifies this pressure because the algorithm learns exactly which fears are likely to get our attention. Once it recognizes that we're women over 50, our feeds quickly fill up with close-up images of skin, dramatic before and after comparisons, complicated routines, cosmetic treatments, and people explaining that we should have started using a particular ingredient years ago. Much of this content is presented as helpful information, but there's often a product, affiliate link, sponsorship, or subscription waiting at the end of it. The most effective marketing does not tell us we look terrible. It makes us feel that we're almost doing enough, but not quite. It suggests that confidence is one product away, and that the next serum might finally be the one that makes us comfortable with our reflection. The problem is that an industry built on our dissatisfaction cannot afford for us to become permanently satisfied. If one product truly delivered lasting confidence, we would buy it once and stop looking. Instead, there must always be a new formula, another concern to monitor, and another reason to believe that what we already own is insufficient. The financial costs become much more significant when we stop looking at one bottle and begin looking at the entire routine over time. Imagine that someone spends $150 a month on specialty skincare, beauty subscriptions, masks, treatments, and products that need to be regularly replaced. That's $1,800 a year and $18,000 over 10 years before considering the price increase or more expensive treatments. If that same $150 were invested each year for 10 years and earned a hypothetical average annual return of 7%, it could grow to approximately $26,000. Investment returns are never guaranteed, but the example shows what a recurring expense can become when they're redirected towards our future. At $200 a month, the amount could grow roughly to $35,000 over the same period. That kind of money could strengthen an emergency fund, help cover healthcare insurance during early retirement, or pay for meaningful travel, reduce debt, or give someone the ability to leave a job that's damaging their health. This doesn't mean we should never spend money today because every dollar must be invested. I do not want to postpone all of my enjoyment until some distant future. The point is that we should be honest about the trade that we are making. A product may give us a brief feeling of excitement when it arrives, but financial reserve gives us options. A serum may promise to change the way our skin looks, but money set aside can change the way your entire life works. That difference became especially important to me as I got closer to retirement. I was not only trying to accumulate a certain amount of money, I was trying to create autonomy. I wanted the ability to control my time, live in the way that supported my health, travel when I choose, and to make decisions without having every choice dictated by a paycheck. Each reoccurring expense I eliminated lowered the amount of money required to maintain my life, and every dollar I redirected towards savings or investments moved me closer to that freedom. Simplifying my routine also gave me something I had not expected: mental space. The beauty industry does not only ask for our money, it asks for our attention. We could spend hours researching ingredients, comparing products, reading reviews, watching demonstrations, studying before and after photographs, and wondering whether a routine is producing results. We may stand in front of the mirror examining changes that we may not have noticed until an advertisement told us to look for them. Instead, I could use that time to learn a skill, create something, work on my YouTube channel, write, read, walk, plan a trip, or just simply be present with the people that I care about. Those things may not make me look younger, but they make my life feel fuller. They produce memories, confidence, ability, income, connections, and purpose. Unlike a product that eventually runs out, many of those benefits continue growing over time. I've also become more interested in supporting my health span rather than preserving the illusion of youth. I would rather spend money on nutritious food, comfortable walking shoes, preventative health care, travel, and activities that keep me physically capable rather than pour most of my money into topical products. I want to remain strong enough to carry my groceries, walk through a city, climb stairs, and travel independently, and continue making my own choices for as long as possible. These are the things I think of as my freedom portfolio. A traditional financial portfolio may contain stocks, bonds, cash, or other investments, but my personal freedom portfolio also includes low fixed expenses, useful skills, good health habits, and meaningful relationships, and the confidence to live differently from the people around me. Simplifying my personal care routine is only one small part of that portfolio, but it represents a much larger change in how I think. Aging gracefully is not succeeding at looking untouched by time. It's developing the financial, emotional, and practical ability to direct your own life as time passes. It's being able to fund your choices, protect your peace, and care for yourself, and remain present instead of spending every year wishing you look like the person that you used to be. I would rather have enough money to spend on travel, time to work on creative projects, and wake up without an alarm. True freedom is not a wrinkle-free face. It's accepting the reflection you see today while protecting the future of the woman you will become. When we stop spending so much money trying to preserve an earlier version of ourselves, we can begin investing in the version of ourselves who still has places to go, work to create, people to love, and an entire life left to live. I would love to know how you feel about this. Have you simplified your beauty routine or personal care routine as you've gotten older? Or is skincare something you genuinely enjoy and choose to include in your budget? There's no right or wrong to this. I just think it's worth asking whether the things we repeatedly purchase are adding to our freedom or quietly taking some of it away. Thank you so much for watching.